Hello and welcome to New Year Crypto Talk. Today I'm doing something a little differently. I am going to be discussing masternodes. What are masternodes and are they profitable in 2018? So this has come up. A few people have asked me, and I have personally been looking into masternodes myself to see as far as what projects are coming out, what masternodes are going to be available, what is the current return of investment on certain masternodes. Currently, I am looking into Botos Masternodes since that is one of the few that I'll probably be able to set up, and once that is available, I will probably be doing a video on it. But there are other masternodes that I have looked into in the past, and I have thought about purchasing due to the fact that there is a dividend. Masternodes are basically nodes which will help process the transactions on the blockchain, and as a result, they will reward the coins for the blocks that are being created. So every block that's being created, rewards will go out to the pool of the masternodes. The nodes sit on the blockchain normally with a queuing system, and when they reach a certain position in the queue, they will be selected at random to be rewarded for participating within the network. And then obviously these rewards will appear at different times. This depends on the weight of the network, similar to how proof of stake works with the weight of the network, how depending on how many masternodes you have, the percentage at random will also vary, and you will get paid out a dividend model. So a lot of people think that proof of stake and masternodes are identical. There are some hybrid systems where it's proof of stake, proof of work with masternodes. There are different types of platforms, consensus models that do work with the masternode platform. So it is not always a one-to-one proof of stake to masternodes. So just one thing to kind of break that barrier down so people don't always think that it is a one-to-one. So masternodes do allow you to have the opportunity to invest into a platform and at the same time earn a dividend by hosting a node on the network, either on your own computer, hopefully without downtime, or purchasing a dedicated VPS service. And that's a virtual private server. And I will go into the different types of virtual private servers that are available and are generally utilized for masternodes. So this year is being the year of masternodes. 2017, we saw quite a bit of major cryptocurrencies in masternodes. There were the famous ones like Dash, Blocknet, PivX, Zoin, So a lot of these privacy-based platforms on the masternode. Generally, most of these masternodes are privacy-based. Some of them are just basically dividend-based, but a lot of them are forks. So you're thinking about this as a passive income. It is just a nice way to be able to have cryptocurrency coming in without having to think about the market, whether it's high swings, low swings, bear market, bull market. Generally, with masternodes, you're still earning a return of your investment. Mind you, the annual return of investment can vary and can change at a moment's notice because 2018 has become the year of masternodes. There are too many of them. There are way too many masternodes out there, and I'll go through the two main sites that people know about, which is masternodes.pro and masternodes.online, and you will see there are a ton of masternodes. A lot of them can show you and make people's pipe dreams come true when you see their return of investment. But obviously these are due to pumps. These are due to new masternodes. The price comes onto the market, then they boost up and then they drop down. Some of them have absolutely no volume. So when you're looking at masternodes, guys, you just really need to take into a few things into account. How much is it going to cost you for the masternode? How much is it going to cost you to host the masternode, so you can think about what your actual net value is going to be, because when it comes down to it, you're paying for a service to host this masternode. What is the actual volume? What is the 30-day volume? What is the daily volume? What exchanges are they on? And then what is the actual coin price? So obviously, if you're getting something like Dash, which is the most expensive masternode you can buy, as of right now, it is about $306,000 to own a masternode. It is $306. You need 1,000 tokens in order to have a masternode. So it is a very pricey token to have, but if you think about it, even with its low annual return of investment, if you had gotten into a Dash masternode, you're getting monthly income of $2,000, yearly of $23,000. That is a nice little passive income, and this is very low right now. Dash's its all-time high was almost $14.42. So to give you an idea, that actually the Masternode would be worth $1.4 million, guys. So we're looking at almost a 5x return on what it is right now. So if they're making $23,000 at that time, your yearly estimates would be almost $100,000 for your yearly returns at 7.62%. Mind you, that percentage might have been lower. It might have actually increased. Who knows? Either way, if you got into Dash Masternode, you were pretty much set for life because it is a project that is going to be around for very long. It is one of the original privacy coins, and they have a lot of background. They have a huge team. Obviously, if you can afford a Dash Masternode, you probably are not watching my channel. What do we know about Masternodes? Well, Masternodes are pretty straightforward for most people, but I say that with a little bit of hesitation because I have spoken to a couple of friends because of Bodos that they also jumped in after I told them to, and now they want to set up a Bodos Masternode, and I have let them know that it's not going to be as easy as you might think, because when you set up a Masternode, you need to have some technical know-how. There are going to be many guides. If you go to Dash's website, Dash's forums, many of these Masternodes will have their own how-to guides, but there's some upkeep, making sure your server's online, and there's a lot of things that are involved with it. Obviously, the first thing you need to do is purchase the required amount of coins from the actual exchange that's available. You need to set up the wallet for this specific coin, so you would need to download like the Dash wallet for your computer, set it up, and then it'll allow you to actually create a node address, which then you'll utilize when you set up your virtual private server or set it up on your home system. So when you get given the option of different types of hosting, you should definitely pay for hosting, because in order for being a Masternode, you really need to be online 24/7 and no more than 1 hour downtime generally. So if you have a shoddy connection, you're not sure about how it might be, you might be in a hurricane-prone zone, volcano zone. I mean, there's so many places right now that you can't really depend on 24/7 uninterrupted service. Personally, there are 3 main sites that you can look into with VPS, and they're only about $5 a month. The first is Vulture. Vulture has services that range from $2.50 to $5. These are generally the systems that most people usually get, and this is enough in order for you to actually utilize the system. You can remote desktop into these platforms. I'm not going to go into how to use a VPS or set up a VPS. I'm just going through the main high-level details about it. But you can actually order these, and you can set up either a Windows system or a Linux system. I definitely recommend Linux. Most Masternodes, generally the recommendation or the steps are for Linux boxes. Much easier, usually more efficient. Obviously, the UI issue is not always great, but you're going to be putting in command prompt information into the system, so you really don't need a UI. Vulture is the first one. The next one is DigitalOcean. Also very cheap, $5 a month. And then the last one is AWS EC2. EC2 does have a free product. It's hit or miss on whether or not you can actually set it up with a Masternode. I definitely recommend, when you look into a specific project, look on their Discord, look on their Telegram, ask them what they're using, because some actually would be available for AWS, Amazon's EC2 platform, which is free for 12 months. But for the price and the performance, I would definitely recommend Vulture or DigitalOcean. AWS is definitely an option if you want to go through the free route, but just do your research as far as what is available for the specific Masternode. Going back to masternodes.pro, so you can look at the different information about the projects. You can see the annual return of investments, and if you look here, you can see what it goes down to as far as what these coins are. As you can see, most of these older coins, the ones that have been around a while, things like LuxCoin, Dash, PivX, Colossix Coin, NXT, some of these that actually BlockNet. When you're looking at this, you're seeing all these annual return of investments. They look great, right? And then you can actually say, wow, Some of these are really high, 603%. That's amazing, right? You know, APR coin, what is it? You're looking at all the other information. It's actually making $39,000 and it's only worth $6,000. Come on, guys. Don't jump into these things, because look at how the return of investment goes. It bumps up. This could wind up being a pump and dump. This coin might not last. It might not have the volume. So this is Masternodes.pro. I like Masternodes.online because it actually has a lot more information. So if I actually do that APR coin, we can see what the price is, what the changes, what the volume is. So this is very important. You want to look for something that has a lot of volume, because if you decide that you want to jump out of a masternode, and a masternode doesn't lock you up into any time frame, you can get out whenever you want, but you're going to want to sell it. And if you can't sell it, you know, there's no volume, you know, whatever the price is right now, you might not get that price. So obviously just be careful with that. Market cap is very low. I mean, with something that's that low, obviously it can go up to 10 million, you know, but it can then drop down to, you know, 700,000. Who knows? I mean, a coin that's worth $6,000, you know, can give you some information, but what I personally look at is the volume. You can sort by the volume, so you can see the types of masternodes that actually do pretty good on the exchanges. Dash, of course, is one of the top, you know, 30 coins. PivX, Zcoin, Syscoin, Zoin, Deviant, which is one of the new ones, which I've talked about. Kind of interested in the Deviant coin. The return of investment, as you can see, it's been pumped up. There's been a lot of Twitter, social media aspects to it. You can see here what the actual requirement is. So there's 5,000 tokens are required. Right now, the actual cost for a Deviant masternode is almost $25,000. But if we go into Deviant, we can actually see what the daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly income is. So obviously right now, with the insane returns that it's saying right now, over 1,700% over the past 21 days. Obviously, with a $25,000 masternode, you get a weekly income of 8,000. You know, your return of investment, you basically break even in less than a month. So that's like a 3-week break even. This is going to change, so just be careful when you're looking at these things. I'm not saying that it won't like keep going up or keep maintaining itself. It might. Definitely do your own research on the projects. What I like about Masternodes.online is they show you where it's actually available, and they give you all the information as far as the Bitcoin Talk, the GitHub, the website, the Discord, the Twitter, the Explorer, and you get a lot more information about it. They even tell you where all the masternodes are located, and if there's any team information, that will be available as well. So if you really want to, you know, whet your appetite on masternodes, what I would say is go to the minimum worth and figure out something maybe that's $100 or $200. And look into the actual coin. Start, you know, just like you would do in CoinMarketCap. Start from the bottom, go up, look at what the project is, what it maintains, where it's from, what it's forked off of. You know, don't buy something that's called cheese, guys. Curve coin. So, I mean, look at what these are about. Are these a fork of another cryptocurrency? Does it have any real value? Is it just a masternode? Is it just vaporware? I mean, you can go through these things and see if there's technology behind these projects. So you can actually go into each one of these pages, look it up, see what it does. I mean, you can get things for under $1,000 that might actually make you some money. I mean, it might not make you a lot of money, but you might actually do okay. So if we open up one of these things, so Zcore, and we pull up the information as far as how much you'll be making, it's a $560 masternode with a monthly income of $166. So you're going to break even, give or take, around 5 months. But, you know, do your own research, look into these websites, see what they do, see what it's worth. Obviously, most of these are on low volume exchanges, guys. They are not moving much, so just be careful with that. Obviously, I think masternodes are definitely a way to make some good money in 2018. I just think that the ones that are going to give you good money, good returns, are very expensive. If you can afford a Dash masternode, I think right now is probably a good time because Dash is very low. It's almost at 20% of its all-time high, and it's hitting 7% returns, and that's a lot of money. I mean, obviously it's $300-something thousand. Most people won't have that, but it is nice to have. So I think Masternodes are a great way of being able to get a dividend-based income, different way of taking things. So if you want to break things up in your own portfolio, you have traditional cryptocurrency, you have Masternodes, you might have proof-of-stake coins, and then you might eventually do other things with securities or investments through some of these platforms. Definitely a different way of making money. So I would check it out if I were you. Look into masternodes.online, masternodes.pro. Look into the different forums, the Discord, see what people are saying. And let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification for more videos. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks again for watching.